Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved with me, Lathrix, and my lovely little dragon Zinch. Today we're going to be taking a bit more of a relaxed approach to the world. We're going to be doing some painting, some designing, and even a little bit of taming, if I actually find what I want. So today, I am after a female dragon, who I shall call Dawn. Many of you had the same idea as me to venerate Dusk in the form of Dawn. Dusk, Dawn, you kind of get the idea, of course, Dusk being our now deceased Argentavis. But, for the most part, we're going to be messing around with warpaints and just paint in general, because I want to see if the dragons even work with warpaint. I know that most of my dinos do, but I've never actually did it. It dawned on me earlier. I was looking at all the engrams and stuff, and it just... we've never painted a dino. Another thing I want to look at is apparently there is a food recipe that may be in the title, which, or at least in the description, which can reset your engrams, your lovely recipes, which I can't show you because that was the dragon's inventory. So I may look into that as well. We'll certainly have to Google it because I have no idea what it's actually called. It may have been added fairly recently, so I can actually get the things which I want, like the refrigerator and possibly even rocket launcher or the grenade launcher, whatever it actually is. So back in a second with the first of those things. A perfect landing. Now, will this actually work? Let's grab the Bronto on the way. Yes, it will. Well, that's just stupid. But it does mean we will need an Argentavis landing pad over here for Grim. So that'll be pretty awesome when I'm using the Bronto more often. Let's just go down here. And let's just check then. How much do I actually need for the... what do you call it? For the brush? Why would it be in weapons? Why would it be in weapons? I don't think... there we go, paintbrush. I need 1 wood. Well, ooh, that's a bit too much really for me. A bit too rich for my blood. I really wanted the dragon to be red or white, honestly. And I'm kind of sad that so far I've only seen the regular skin. I can't confirm that that's the only one, but... you just pooed on the Bronto's back, didn't you? But that does certainly seem to be the case just for now. Thank you, Andata. Okay, so we have the brush, which means now we need the paint. So I'll just go over to the main base. Well, to the hut over there. What we need is charcoal and a colour of berry. So, actually, let's do some harvesting on little Andata over here. Unless you already have... aha! We have red berries already. We have purple berries. What more do you want? Ooh. How about black dragon? That would be cool as well. I want everything. Give me the everything, please. Go away, you. I accidentally took all of the dragon's inventory earlier. It wasn't a very good sight. So we need that, and we need some water, so... I actually don't have a hide... this I don't. I do have a water skin, of course I do. What am I talking about? I'm going absolutely insane. Okay, back in a second. After countless trips to the water and back, we have quite a bit of dye, about 50 plus of most colours, and I even accidentally made a little bit of orange when I mixed a few berries, whoopsie-daisy. So, first of all, I want to test out on the Bronto, because I know for a fact it'll work on the Bronto, I don't know if it'll work on the dragon, so... take paintbrush, fiend! Haha! Well, this is going to be a lot of paint needed, so... okay, I was testing on the Parasaur and I accidentally pressed erase painting, so we have black colouring, red colouring, and white colouring, and of course orange colouring as mentioned earlier, so... whoa, that's big of an oh, does it like increase in size with the size of the dino? Because that's freaking huge, and that's the small painting. The red spot. No, can I make it smaller at all? Does it have to be that big? That's a shame. Smiley face. I want to see how opaque it comes out. So there we go. And on your butt there is a smiley face. Well, that looks pixelated as all hell, but at least it's visible, I suppose. Less pixelated. Wow, yeah, because it increases in size. I didn't think it increased in size. Control plus right mouse button to erase. Shift plus right mouse button to increase. Thick erase, left... yeah, I'm just doing the normal paint. Doing thick paint is this. So you can see it's visibly bigger. So control plus right mouse button to erase. There we go. I always thought it didn't increase in size. Obviously I'm wrong anyway. So, dragon, prepare to be painted. Oh, does it work? I mean, we have the dragon here splayed out, so it kind of looks like it wants to work. Oh, that's creepy as all hell, isn't it? Red. You can have a red nose. How about like a red stripe going down your face? Because I kind of want you to have a red stripe. I mean, we could colour the entire thing red and have a red dragon like I wanted. That would be kind of cool. Make it a little bit more different than all the wild ones. Anyway, the problem is the red from the paint. I think looks a bit garish. Did I just go on his eye? This is going to be difficult having such a thick paintbrush. Let's just see how this looks since we do like most of the head here. There we are. Painting of Lathrix. Well, at least... Oh, yeah, it can go right over the eye by mistake. Okay, let's remove that. So it's control and left mouse to actually move the darn thing. Doesn't tell us in the thing below, so I accidentally did that the first time, thankfully. Thankfully I got very lucky with that. Otherwise I could have all sorts of issues. So I'm not normally... Fine, let's just paint it all like that and we'll do erasing and stuff later. I mean, thankfully the yellow does come through. I accidentally painted the parasaur's eyes and it doesn't come through at all, so the eye becomes just pure red. Which is really creepy because it's the same colour as the skin around it. It looks like it's just a... I don't know, like a bulbous thing. Okay. And... Let me see your beautiful face. Well, beautiful's a word, I suppose, but... I mean, we could make it a red dragon. It would work. Doesn't look too bad, actually. It's certainly lost some of the shading effect, but... How it make a red stripe? No, if we're going to go red dragon, I want full red dragon. Or we could go like a half thing, do like a Two-Face thing, and leave out the wings, so half the body's red. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So one problem is certain parts of the body are actually linked to certain parts of the wing. Like up here, you can't paint a bit of the leg there without painting the wing, no matter what angle you go in to try and do it. So I tried. That may put a little bit of a hampering in our plans, but I am not deterred. Okay, so things didn't go quite according to plan. Like I was saying, some parts of the dragon are linked to other parts when you go into the painting tool, and it gets ridiculous. Parts of the face are attached to the arms, certain parts of the chest, the back of the wing. It just ends up very messy, and because it's such a large animal, it's also incredibly difficult to actually paint accurately. Now, I'm going to have a quick look-see if there is a way to make the paint tool thinner, but after a quick look, it didn't seem to be any way, at least not in the obvious controls. I'll have to give a quick Google search for that. I'm really hoping there is, because it's really annoying to try and paint anything with larger animals. The smaller animals would be much easier. So, I'm happy enough with this, like this quite generic mask look. I'll just clean up some of the paint I've got everywhere else eventually. But so what I can do is have this one as red, then when I have the female dragon, rather than both looking the exact same with the exact same colour palette, it can have a different kind of mask colour, I suppose you'd call this. Yeah, I'd call this a mask colour. So yeah, the black colouring is actually really disappointing. Let me just show you. It's almost not visible. It just darkens the thing. So I'm also going to look to see if you can make it more opaque, but it's not exactly spectacular. Now, I haven't tried out the white painting yet, so I'm hoping that's a bit more visible. Yeah, that's completely more visible. Actually, that looking pretty good for the mask, I think, but we won't do that just yet. I feel like you could overdo this really easily. I'll be using the paints on the different animals, though, as we go. And I really need to start painting my armour as well. That's one thing I do need to do. I keep on forgetting. Every time I've made paint in the past, I've completely forgot to do that. Let's see, how about the front section? Yeah, just, again, nice and simple. Nothing over the top. Oh, no, not black. Well, at least the black works with that one. So that's black now. So that's red right there again, the black on top, so dye that, then dye this red. Then where's the bottom segment? That one goes black as well. How does that look? That looks pretty cool. The black's a bit over the top though on the front, but yeah, I like that. Okay, so we can start painting up our metal as well, which would be fantastic. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. Can you paint stuff that's broke? That's the question. It would be nice if we could get this done. Yes, you can. Excellent. Okay, so we want the leather colour, if we can actually colour that. Yep, to be black. Then we can have this as red. And then the... Oh yeah, I forgot you have to press die every time, don't you, like that. This can become black colouring, and then the front segment can be black colouring as well. Wonderful. Obviously can't see it right now since it's not actually on us. The gloves I'm just going to make pure red, I think, honestly. Die item, and die item. Okay, yeah, it's nice. Actually, I do like that. And then the little booties can be red as well. Red and... Ooh, orange actually looks quite nice like that. Red and white gives a little silver effect. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, yeah, so I'll go and repair the rest of my armor now, and then we'll head on off and try the paints on some other stuff, and then start making the soup, or whatever it actually is, for the resetting of the engrams, because that's really needed at this stage, honestly. Well, that's everything repaired, so now I'm just having a quick look-see at how the skull takes to being dyed. Let's make that red. And, oh wait, no, is that actually a bit of skull? Oh, that's actually a bit of skull, isn't it? So I want that bit black. So as you can probably tell, what I'm trying to do is I'm turning the actual bone segments black, and then the rest into red and white. Surprisingly, the white actually shows off really well on the skull. I was expecting it to just blend into its normal colour, but that's not bad. How do you remove it? How do you remove dyes? I know from the dinosaur it just had a remove dye button, but it doesn't seem to have that. Doesn't matter too much since I'm quite happy with that anyway. So there we go. Let's see how that looks. A bit too dark, actually. I think red would be better. So let's do the opposite. Let's make the skull red or white. Actually, I think just the skull being white would probably look best, just because it shows off against the black armor better. Have that bit and the lower jaw. Whoa, that is dark. Apparently it's nighttime and there's no lights currently on. Where's the... Thank you. Got some light at least. Whoa, that's pitch black. That's not in the render, by the way. That is just purely pitch black. And that's what I do like about the game. It does give a feel of nighttime actually being a thing. So, there we go. Dye that. Keep the back as black, because I want that as black. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. So, yeah, there we go. In some light. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Looks very creepy. As we said, looks very creepy, and I am a big fan of that. So next, let's figure out how to do that potion. Or the, food anyway. It's not really a potion. Or is it? I actually don't know. To the internet! So, I've been to Google and I've found out what I'm after. It's called the Mindwipe Tonic, and it is bloody expensive. And I've also found out a very interesting thing, and that is I take notes really oddly when I'm in a rush, because I decided I was hungry and I took 30 minutes off to do some food. So we have 20 pretty flowers, which I can only assume are rare flowers, 24 prime meat cooked, 72 sad drugs, 72 happy drugs, and 20 rare mushrooms. I'm fairly certain the sad drugs are narcotics, so I'm going to change that now before I get confused by my own scribblings, and the happy drugs I think are stimulants, so there we are. Okay, so the rare flowers, I definitely have 20 at the old base. I'm at 95% certain of that, so I can just tick that off now. The rare mushrooms, I'm not sure if we don't have them, we can get them from crystals in the underwater caves. The 24 prime meat cooked is going to be weird, because I don't know how long prime meat lasts when it's cooked, so that'll be an experience, and other stuff like that. So then we put them in here, and everything's happy. So, sad drugs and happy drugs. Well, we already have quite a few narcotics with us already, so 30 already. If we get some more narco berries, we can just start that straight away. There's 16 straight off the bat. In fact, there we go. There's another 18. So that's that started. So stimulants, we need just stim berries. Oh, and spark powder. Well, that's easier than I thought it was going to be. So let's go ahead and get the berries needed for that, so we can get the 72 of both. Then we can have a look-see about other stuff. To the Bronto! Well, that should be enough anyway. That's from the Bronto, and the dragon just gave us a load of rotting meat, so that's fantastic as well. So onwards, and a bit of pain for me, because I can't bother to go to the ladders. It's a good job I made those. Let's eat some raw meat as well, so I get a lovely bit of food poisoning. It's always a lovely life on the island. I've also now gone for a more black armoured look, been painting it more dark colours. I don't know. I can't find a colour I actually like yet, so I'll be doing a lot of that off camera, trying to figure out what I actually want to look like on my armour. It's all so shiny and so garish. It looks not childish. What's what I'm looking for? It looks a bit like it's trying to be a toy, honestly. So, not a massive fan of that. So let's get this stuff back underway. So we'll probably need some more spark powder as well. In fact, we'll definitely need more spark powder, which is easy enough with all the increases to stone and stuff gathering. So that's rather cool. Although, by the looks of it, we just need more flint. Here's some more narcos, here's some more stimberries, yada yada yada. Drugs. So 22 stimulant already, another 32. So we've already made and gone past our narcotic needs. Fantastic. So now I just need to go and get some more flint. And I'll turn these into narcotics while I'm here as well, because why not? So this should be plenty of flint now. I'm not sure if it'll be quite enough, but it'll be very close. Yeah, definitely enough for that. We've already made all the narcotics we've needed, and I've collected rare flowers and mushrooms from this island, as in all the ones I've already collected. And rare flowers we're actually doing okay with. So all we need to do now is go back to the main base and get the remainder. I'm fairly certain I have enough rare flowers. I definitely have enough rare mushrooms. I'm not too certain. Originally, I thought I had more mushrooms, sorry, more flowers than mushrooms, but maybe it's because there's no kind of like hilltop around here, so I haven't been collecting them naturally as much. I mean, I've only been collecting them very rarely when I've been going to and from places, so obviously you have a lot less there. 21, 22, 23, so it's 5 each, so 10... Wait, for 10 then we need 50... Oh, okay, yeah, so we're definitely going to need more stimberries. Okay, so I'll get more stimberries, and then I'll head off to the other base and hope we've got all the flowers and stuff there. Well, in the outside chests, there are actually none of either, so I'm really hoping that there's at least a couple in here. Okay, 1 rare flower, well that's at least a start. 6 rare mushrooms, okay, well the mushrooms have been done then. Any more in this? No. Would you care to be kind to me? Mushrooms, well, got plenty of the mushrooms then. And 4 rare flowers, okay. We have 5, that makes a grand total of 12. Another 2 here. I really need to start sorting these out since I've just been placing things randomly. How many times have I got like doubles of like powder and stuff? Okay, so how many do we get? 740. Okay, so we still need more rare flowers. I don't think you can farm them using the Bronto, though I'm not certain about this. Hello, dragon. But I think you can use the mammoth. So I'm going to take a mammoth up onto the top of the mountain and see if we can get some that way. Shouldn't take too long still. And then after that, all we need is the prime meat, and we're done. No rare flowers just of yet, but we did just get some Species X seeds, which is fantastic. So, these little red plants are apparently a little bit more likely to give us the 1 rare flower that we want. So, let's try and stick with those as much as possible. So, more of the plant Species X, and we'll just stay around here then, because clearly this area is okay for it. It's definitely, it has to be on the hilltop, or at least quite high up. Oh look, one of the little does. And apparently a scorpion who doesn't know better. So let's carry on then. Almost full on inventory already, so what I'll do is I'll just grab the stuff I want to keep, like the... Well, honestly the plant species X and rare flowers, and then we'll dump that and carry on. So, I believe these are the red flowers I'm talking about. Yep, they definitely are. Look, 2 rare flowers straight away. So they have an increased chance, although you don't actually need to use them specifically. So, let's just go ahead and grab those with the mammoth. Oh, there we go. There's 3 now more in our inventory, plus we've got a couple then ourselves by hand. So that's 3, so we have 13, okay good, we have enough rare flowers now, exactly 20, which is fantastic. Do I want to farm any more? Not really, because it's quite a boring thing, and it seems quite easy anyway, so if we need any more we can simply come back. So now all that remains is the 24 cooked prime meat. I'm really hoping that prime meat lasts a while. So what I'll probably end up doing is doing some hunting with the dragon, getting as much prime meat as possible, and then setting up several campfires when we get back to cook them all at once so they don't spoil that fast. Or at least that's what I hope we'll be doing. So let's get on with that. And yes, no pain, excellent. Okay, so I've just done a bit of hunting with the dragon, and hopefully we have enough meat. I'll be cooking it over here because we can make use of the preserving bin. Really, the industrial grill would be fantastic right now, but of course we haven't got that because we need to reset our engrams to do that, which of course is the whole point of this exercise. So let's just get some thatch in here right now because I happen to have it, then I'll cut down some wood after it starts cooking, yada yada yada. You get the basic gist of how to cook food and stuff. There we go. Where are you, thatch? Less of the thatch, there we go. Just make sure this thing's still on. It should be. It is. Fantastic. So now, very quickly, let's just grab 4 of them out of his inventory, because of course as soon as I start holding it, it rots significantly faster. So this is new. Okay, so I'll take from the top then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Light fire. Hopefully it cooks within a minute. That would be great. Maybe I should turn the fire on as well first of all. I don't really want to go off and have to cook more, but I think I'm going to have to, sadly. And of course, they only cook 1 at a time, so there's no point in putting more than 1 in. So there we go. I don't know if it would spoil any slower in the preserving bin than in his inventory. So let's have a quick look-see. So it's 3:44. Let's run very quickly over there. Will it take any longer? 8 minutes, yes, okay, so I'll just quickly put all the prime meat in there, then I'll start cooking it all up, and hopefully we can get it all sorted before it all rots away. So apparently it only stacks to 30, that's interesting. But anyway, we have the cooked prime meat, which actually takes a lot longer to rot than I thought it did, so that was actually a lot easier than I thought, so hurrah for that. So let's add all the ingredients together and get some cooking done. Of course, I do also need some lovely fresh water. So let's just get off the dragon. Ah, there we go. That's so clearly not meant to be dismounted. Okay. It'll be better when the dragon has a saddle. Which sadly isn't in the mod just yet, but is being worked on apparently, so hurrah for that. So let's see. So we have rare mushrooms, we add the water. There we go, we need 28 of these. For some reason adding the exact amount just seems good to me. There we go, 28. Now that can stack into that. We have the rare flowers. Wow, we had exactly 20. Well, that was, whoops. 20 rare. Okay, 20, water there, prime meat in. Okay, now we need the 72 stimulants, which I didn't actually finish. No, because I had to get some stim berries, which I forgot. Back to Bronto farming. Okay, so wood, aka fuel, check. 20 rare flowers, check. 20 rare mushrooms, check. 72 sad drugs and 72 happy drugs. Why did I write it like that? We need 24 prime meat, that's a little bit over, which upsets me greatly, but yeah, that is everything. So light the fire and hopefully the potion will be made. I'm really hoping I've done this correctly. I don't think you can really lose the materials, but if they make a combo with some other number, let's say 10 stimulant and 5 rare mushrooms make something else, that will happen, because it will ignore all the others. It looks for exact amounts. It's happened before with dyes with me, so... Oh, come on, I know you can do it. That's all I've wrote down. Well, maybe? So it turns out Lathrix is actually a dingus and terrible at note-making when rushed. You also need 200 Mejo berries, which as you can see in front of you, I just grabbed from the Bronto. So here's hoping this will work now. I mean, it really should. There's nothing stopping it. I am really nervous now because this will be the second time. Start making charcoal, because that might end up making dyes. That took forever, but there we go. We have the Mindwipe Tonic. Well then, I wonder if it does any weird effect when you take it. Whoa! Wait, why am I... Why can't I move? Oh, it also resets your levels! Yeah, level 1, but with all the experience, so... Let's upgrade the weight again to 200-ish. Oxygen minimum I want at 200, but I think a little bit more than that. Health definitely needs to be increased. Stamina definitely needs to be increased. Let's keep going both of those. White. More so than I had before, actually. I would like that a bit more. Fortitude needs to go to at least 40%, because what I was at before about that. There we are. So, mana damage didn't care about. That's fine. I'm sure I just missed some stuff. Don't really care about water or food. White. Yep, that seems good to me. Well, then, we get to reset all of these. So, what do we actually want then? Okay, we don't really need to make cloth anymore, because we can make... Oh, of course, we need to get the cloth so that we can get the leather later. So... I'm just going to go ahead and learn all the things I need to, then we'll be right back. Okay, well, there we have it. I've been trying to avoid ones which I know for a fact I have the recipe for, and other than that, we've been going down the route of things I've not really had before. Some exciting things and things which are necessary. So now we have the refrigerator and we have the industrial grill, which is fantastic. Now, I'm really powered by gasoline. I was about to say I really hope that can be powered by electricity, but by the looks of it, it can't. But if it is, of course, we'll find out next time. Improvised explosive devices. Again, something to test out. So we've got a lot of stuff I really want to test, and I think that's all the stuff we need, definitely. And then as we go, we'll probably find things we want and need, and we'll do that as well. We now have things like the raft, which I really want to test out. A raft is going to be awesome. We are actually going to learn the parachute, because parachutes are also fairly cool. And we have bombs and all sorts of weapons and industrial grills, so we'll test that next time. So thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that ARK Survival Evolved is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.